Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is me, Duke CT, and well, I'm going to give you my thoughts of this latest WWE Pay-Per-View Spectacular WWE Payback. Also, late Happy Father's Day for all you fathers out there, and what have you. Let's get to the matches now, shall we? Well, I'm going to be skipping the first match because I didn't really see the first match because I was, busy, fixing up my latest review, Shadow Raiders, which is coming. Hopefully, it will be done for this week. So you guys are gonna watch it, and you're gonna be, and trust me, it's gonna be a great review and everything else. Then Slammiversary. Then I have no idea what's gonna be next. I don't know, maybe a viewer's choice. But anyway, we'll get to that when we come to it. Anyway, let's get on to the first match I did see from WWE Payback. AJ Lee taking on Caitlyn for the Divas title. Oh, well, compared to the last Knockouts match I saw on pay-per-view, it fell short. But it was not terrible. It was good. For the most part, there was some stuff I enjoyed. I enjoyed the storyline about AJ Lee and Caitlyn. But to me, I felt there was some stuff that was missing. I feel that this match needed a no disqualification stipulation. I know some people, that would have been like a gimmick match, what have you. Somebody might not like it, but I feel this is a feud, a very blood feud. This would really need it. And I'm hopeful for the rematch they do have something like this, because I feel that AJ Lee and Caitlyn deserve something more. And I truly believe, if given the right circumstances, AJ Lee, Caitlyn in a no disqualification, or heck, even a last Diva standing match, could probably be just as good, if not better, than the last knockout standing match from Tara Terrell and Gail Kim. That's what I'm saying. But as the match was, as the first Divas champion, AJ Lee winning her first Divas title with a submission move, I liked it. It was okay. But you know what? That's what it was. An okay match for Diva standards. Moving on, we have our worst match of the night, Dean Ambrose taking on Kane. And let me tell you, these two guys have little to no chemistry whatsoever. Those guys were bland. It was a bland and boring match with something. I mean, sometimes sometimes you have chemistry with people, sometimes you don't. These two guys don't have chemistry, but the crowd helped this match immensely. But in the end, it's still boring as Kane loses via countout, which was completely lame. I mean, a pinfall with Kane wouldn't hurt. I mean, seriously, it's Kane. It would actually build Dean Ambrose up as a true worthy challenger. Instead, they have this really lame version of a count. I mean, seriously, countouts are for Curtis Axel, not Dean Ambrose. Come on. I don't know. I know he's a heel ball, but seriously, the Shield gets a lot of face pops, even in so-called in non-smart cities or what have you. So, seriously, people, just honestly, have Dean Ambrose beat Kane for the 1, 2, 3 would have been better. But overall, with the bland, boring match that had little to no chemistry, I did not like it. It was basically terrible. I did not like it at all. Next up, we have Alberto Del Rio beating Dolph Ziggler to win his 4th World Heavyweight Championship. When I look at the World Heavyweight title, what I keep picturing? It just looks like to me the Intercontinental title. To me, the Intercontinental title is basically the jobber's belt, because anyone who does win the Intercontinental title seems to usually lose majority of their matches. I don't know. So, maybe with Curtis Axel winning the Intercontinental title, maybe he'll win by countout or some type of other, so it might, balance itself out. I don't know. Whatever. But Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio was an interesting matchup, as it looked like they were looking like they were doing a double turn, as Alberto Del Rio winning, basically just kicking the dude's head off time and time again, which again was good strategy. I like that. But, you know, the crowd's like, wow, man, Ziggler is a tough fighter, kicking out. AJ Lee looking really, really worried about her lover, or what have you. And then you have him losing, what have you. She looks really crestfallen, depressed, or what have you. And then you have Alberto Del Rio saying, I'm best in the world for you people, yay! Or just basically rubbing it in Dolph Ziggler's face, which, you know, giving that great trying to get a celebration, but it got heavily booed. The question now is, was that a double turn or not? Which I'm betting, you know what, I'm guessing it's not. So Alberto Del Rio is going to keep on being a face, or maybe a delusional face. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised of it because people still love Ricardo Rodriguez do that chant because Alberto Del Rio, even when he was booed, people still chanted that. So maybe that's because Ricardo Rodriguez is more over than Del Rio. So it's funny because Del Rio has literally been world champion, WWE champion, winner of the World Rumble, Money in the Bank, and the dude still can't get over. I mean, it's sad. I mean, really, really sad. Well, you know what? They try. At least they're gonna force that square peg into that round hole, and they're gonna keep doing that for WWE. Well, but anyway, it was an okay match. And next up, we have CM Punk fighting Chris Jericho, and honestly, this match was it got good near the end, but to me, this was really a very, very slow-paced matchup, and I did not like it at all. I did not like these two guys should not have a slow-paced matchup. It was so slow at points that I was getting bored. And I never want to have that when these two guys are involved. To me, their best matches were last year. These two guys are probably one of the best wrestlers, main event wrestlers that WWE has right now. And to have that last match, it felt like, honestly, to me, it was like the Dark Knight Rises of the trilogy of CM Punk versus Chris Jericho matches. Or scratch that, no, I hate Dark Knight Rises. No, it was basically the Spider-Man 3 of the CM Punk, Chris Jericho. That's what it was. It was the CM Punk 3 of the it was the Spider-Man 3 of the CM Punk Chris Jericho trilogy. Not as good as 2, but, you know, they tried. And, yeah, in the end, it's just really, you know, I didn't feel it at all. I mean, it was good, but nothing I really would recommend. And next we have the Shield reigning members, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, taking on RKO Beard, or RKO Vegan, RKO Goatface RKO, Goat RKO. I don't know what tag team they are. It's just Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan, and I enjoyed this match. This, my friends, was my match of the night. These four guys have great chemistry. I mean, seriously, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan. These four guys were great, and seriously, I could watch those guys go on and on the entire night. I felt like that should have been the main event. Seriously, that should have been the main event because, man, Daniel Bryan showcased that he really is not only the weakest link, but to me, he's that burgeoning main eventer. That guy is just this close to cracking that ceiling. You know what I mean? And then you have like Randy Orton, who a lot of people don't like or what have you. He's boring or anything else. But to be fair, he is a great wrestler. He knows the old school style, but he is really good at his job. He's really good at what he does. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, these two guys, very good. Roman Reigns doing that spear like he just bone crushing, and not much I can say of the flaws here. Daniel Bryan looks strong, Randy Orton looks strong, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, they win, so I can't really hate on this match whatsoever. To me, it's the match of the night. But then we get to the main event as John Cena takes on Ryback in a 3 Stages of Hell, which is honestly one of the most lame versions of 3 Stages of Hell I ever seen. Lumberjack, tables, and hammer lance match. Past ones had street fights, no DQs, cage matches, last man standing matches, stuff like that that really stood stand of kind. Like, really think when you think 3 Stages of Hell, you usually think those type of matches. But Lumberjack, tables match, and ambulance match? Seriously? Yeah, that is lame. But honestly, for the most part, this match was lame. I mean, there were a couple good spots in it. Cena jumping out and taking out the Lumberjacks. Ryback getting 1 pinfall on John Cena, which was nice. It was like, wow, it was nice, but we knew what was coming. Cena overcoming his tables match phobia and beating Ryback in a tables match, giving him the attitude adjustment, and then the ambulance match, which I gotta admit it was pretty interesting, where the finisher have Ryback basically get AA'd into a ambulance truck after they just basically tore it apart, which honestly I wonder what type of state the ambulance truck was in when it was basically easily ripped apart by 2 guys. I just don't. I know they're strong, but I don't think they're that strong. They're not Superman. I know Cena is one that portrays one every week, but still. But anyway, Ryback loses 2 straight falls, and Ryback gets AA'd through the ambulance trucks, right through, basically knocked out of the main event structure, right back down to the lower mid cards. It is amazing, isn't it? It's amazing how Ryback was legitimately right high. Well, the people loved him. And instead of just doing that slow push, having Ryback just beating people up, getting the Intercontinental title, and building himself up, which people will actually like to watch, they just forced them to basically have that World Heavyweight title match, the WWE title match at Hell in a Cell, and right then and there, his momentum died. A quick death. No, it was a slow death over and over, him getting screwed by the Shield, having him lose. In fact, he hasn't won when was the last time he won a pay-per-view main event, people? He hasn't won a pay-per-view main event since last year's SummerSlam, when he was beating down some jobbers, what have you. That's the last time Ryback has actually been victorious on pay-per-view. I mean, he lost in every single pay-per-view event he's lost in. No wonder no one cares about Ryback anymore. The WWE has systematically, completely killed Ryback's heat and made him a generic villain for John Cena to destroy. And honestly, and since Ryback is gone, with how Daniel Bryan's getting all these cheers, it wouldn't surprise me if Daniel Bryan, with what have you, turns heel and faces Cena at Philadelphia at Money in the Bank. He'll say, and Cena will be like, I'm here for the fans, I'm here for the people. You want to be for a select group of people, I'm for everybody. It'll be so bland, generic, like that WWE title, like his damn shirts, like his damn face and everything else. Bland and unoriginal, which is what the WWE stands for nowadays. Bland and unoriginal. Put that on a bumper sticker. That's what the WWE is. And don't give me that Shield or what have you. Trust me, trust me, they're gonna screw that up once and for all. I mean, it's just gonna happen. So, just enjoy the ride as you can. And basically, Payback reminded me after watching it and looking back on it. It reminded me why I stopped watching the WWE for the most part. Is that honestly, they just don't know. They just don't get it. They're happy for the status quo. They're happy just to be there. Just to be there. And you wonder why ratings have been dipping slowly and surely dipping, not because of the finals. Hell, when The Rock was there, it was slowly dipping during WrestleMania, the build-up of WrestleMania. It's slowly dipping. People are leaving. They are tired of the same crap. And the people are leaving in droves. And people like myself who still hope for the WWE to snap out of it, well, looks like that's not going to happen anytime soon. Well, anyway, it's Duke CT here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Hopefully, I will be done my Saddle Raiders review. And after that, Teenage Anniversary. And after that, well, who knows? Who knows? Peace.